All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Stephanie Beebe, and tonight we're going to be talking about our business and how to truly treat our business as a business. So we've got a few friends on. We're going to dive deep. We're gonna go as deep as we possibly can to really uncover some of the issues that we might have as to why we're not doing the business as well as we know we could. So we're gonna bring out some vulnerability. We're gonna be a little raw at times. And guys, I really want you to come in. If you're able to put your video on, please do. If you're definitely unmute when you've got something that you want to talk about. We want to make this interactive because I really want to dive deep. And truly, honestly, this is the reason why I wanted to do this tonight. We've gone through this. We've done different segments of it. But I found myself in this position. And I'm like, if I'm experiencing it, I know how to get past it, but how much training did it take for me to get past this? So if I'm going through this and able to get rid of it, then, oh, no problem, Darlene. How many other people need to hear this? So this is where it's coming from. It's very, very inner for me. It's very much on my mind, and it happens to me. I am consistent with the business, absolutely. I have certain things that we're going to talk about tonight that I absolutely do, but there are certain things that I really have to force myself to do on a daily basis, or at least regularly. And that's what I found myself that I wasn't doing some of those things and some of those do's, and that's when I got into my head. So if you ever let your head get to you and you start thinking about things and it prevents you from moving forward, that's really truly what this call is about tonight. So just do me a favor, everybody, be as real as you can, be as vulnerable as possible, and let's work through some of these issues. So some of the things that I wrote down. And like I asked before, if you are able to put your video on, please go ahead. It helps me to know if this is making sense or if it's not making sense. So if you are able to do your video, fantastic. All right, let's start it off with the most simple thing. And this is something we're going to continue to dive into because we don't talk about it. And it's new, and we're not training on it, and it is an area that we can really truly explode if this is an area that you want to go to. And that's as simple as making sure people have your URL and your replicated website. We just got the brand new replicated website with the guide attached to it. That guide walks people through what packs they need. So if you are here and you really got to look at this on, am I a relationship builder, or do I really truly not want to go that direction and I really just want to sell? So here's the conflict. And I'm going to be sitting down with Aaron Weingart to really talk about this and dive into it a lot bit more. Our company, Kathy and Jim Coover and John Anderson and everyone involved, are relationship building people. That's how you build networks and large teams, because you build a relationship, right? How many of you come to our team calls because this is your community? This is your team. Are you in the product pages because that's your team and your community, and that's where you love and support, right? So that's not something we want to take away from whatsoever. But at the same time, we are going to run across people, and especially, those that are between 18 and maybe 28 years of age, who don't care about that. And they don't really want to dive into that. They just want to sell some product and make some money. And so we need to be prepared to go both ways with people and at least coach them on how to do this. And I'm going to work with the company, because I don't think the company has really brought this out to us yet on how do we use this guide link and really truly make a business. Now, no, I don't have my can here, but BIA. We sell 10,000 cases of BIA a day. Think about BIA. Does BIA need any kind of explanation? Much more than you can type out to someone. It's raw fruits and vegetables, has antioxidants in it, has some caffeine. You're going to feel amazing. It takes away cravings, helps with weight loss, and you're going to have energy. Is there much more that we need to say? in order to sell that product, right? That's one that we can just bring to the table, send them a website, tell them where to find it, have them buy it, right? Give me a thumbs up if you agree on that, right? So who's selling 10,000 cases a day? Who is that? So you've got people who are specifically marketing BIA, and they're going through that. Now, the question lies of, we have so many products that really truly help people. Are they then buying the other products other than just BIA? So this is where I really don't have the answer, and I'm not the expert at this whatsoever, but I want to put this out there to have you think about it, and let's brainstorm and talk about it a little bit more, that we have this link that we can send to people to sell one item or two items or something like that. And then when we're working with people who think really, really, really fast, the millennial stage, they want to be able to do that. And so we don't want to lose our people because they can't sell stuff super fast, or we don't want to like miss out on these opportunities of Instagram superstars because we're bringing people in more on a coaching basis. So again, you know, you got to kind of look at it both ways. We really truly are a coaching business, and we are a coaching company. We want to hold hands with people, and people love that. But at the same time, we have something that's so fast, easy to put out there that are going to introduce us and introduce people to us, our company, our products, and then give them the opportunity to receive it, get more, make some money. All right, so again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. I just want you to think about it a little bit, and we're going to continue to talk about it more, and I'm going to get some information from the company to really help us. Does anyone have any questions about that? Because this is really a big area that we're not talking about. All right, now I'm going to move on. Hello. All right, so, here's where it started with me. So does anyone, and again, I asked in the beginning if you guys would all be really honest with yourselves and honest with us. Is anyone finding yourself in a position where you're not building your business just because you don't want to? I don't want to get on the phone today. I don't want to sit behind my computer. I don't want to think about who I'm going to call. I don't want to have that conversation. I mean, be a little honest if you are experiencing that at all, whether it's 1 day or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. Think about this, because here's what happened to me. And this is a pattern for me. So I'm realizing my patterns, which are really good. Personal development is all about understanding what we go through and how to fix it, right? So you recognize it. First of all, that's a huge thing, recognize it, and then you fix it. And so what happened with me, very typical, I'm super busy during the holidays, NYKO holidays, all that stuff. My parents always come in, and that's when I find myself not doing my regular routines. And I get lazy. I get very lazy at that time, and I allow myself some excuses. Oh, it's okay, you're not feeling really good. Or, oh, it's okay, you just need to rest a little bit more because of this. Oh, it's okay, you just need to have that day off to like regenerate, right? So it happens to us. But we got to learn that every day we do that is a day that we're not treating our business like a business, and we're treating it like a hobby. And we're not making sales, we're not connecting with people, we're not helping people, we're just wallowing, whether we want to really truly admit it or not. So we've got to find our ways to fix it. So if you're experiencing this at all, find your way to fix it. I'm going to list a couple different ways that I know other people have learned how to fix it. For me, I need to exercise, I need a hike. There's a couple reasons why I'm hiking every single day right now, but that's one of the main things, one of the main reasons why I have to get outside. I have to have that adrenaline. It clears my head, and then I'm able to go to work. I mean, Kimberly and Patsy get so many Marco Polos from me when I start hiking again. It's like everything goes into action. Again, my excitement, the adrenaline, I'm going to do this and I'm doing that. And guys, we need to do this. And it's like everything is revamped. as soon as I get on the mountain. So that's my thing, right? I know other people who go into meditation or they start reading again. You know, think about the things that you know where your life is excelling and you just have this really good adrenaline rush happening on a regular basis. Because guys, we have a phenomenal business. We have a phenomenal company, community, products. We really should have a state of euphoria almost every day. And so if we're not having that state, we need to fix that. And so meditate, read books, take a walk, do exercise, make sure you're hydrated. Those are, listen to music, maybe dance, right? Do a nice big dance. But when you find yourselves going into these little routines, you know, I'm just going to do this today. I'll connect with everyone tomorrow. Please hear my words, let them sink in. And when you hit those moments, say, Stephanie, all right, I hear you, Stephanie. I want to be on your shoulder that day. I want to be right here. And I want you to say, all right, Stephanie, all right, I'm getting up. And just get up, just get up. Because as soon as you start making those phone calls and as soon as you start connecting with someone, and really truly doesn't even matter who it is, as long as you put forth that action, everything changes. Well, it does matter who it is. It's got to be someone who's going to uplift you, right? Not someone who's going to wallow. It's got to be an uplifted person, but someone who wants to hear from you, someone you've needed to follow up with, someone that you've been wanting to reach out to, someone that's on your team, someone that you know, an upline, a downline, it doesn't matter. Just connect with someone that's going to keep you energized, and everything changes within minutes. All of that, I just don't want to, and the things that you let yourself do go away, and then all of a sudden this euphoria comes out. So please connect with myself, Kimberly, or Patsy when this moment happens for you, and you get up and you hear me on your shoulder, and then you change. Let us know when that happens, because I guarantee you it will happen. All right, so that was one thing I really wanted to discuss. The next thing is, I know people are struggling with connecting with people. They don't know who to connect with. Raise your hand. Let me know. Is that an issue? Are you waking up in the morning and you're like, I don't have anyone, so I'm just not going to. Or I don't know who wants to hear from me today. I don't know who to call, so I'm just not going to. All right, Dr. Trish, thank you so much for raising your hand. Anyone else? Let's be honest, guys, be honest. Okay, so if that's you, or if it ever happens, there you go. I've got a really cool tool. There you go, Marisol. There you go. Okay, so Erin, absolutely. It happens, guys. None of this stuff is anything to be embarrassed about. We know this stuff happens. We go through it ourselves. Here you go. I haven't been ready to tell you guys about this app yet, but I need to tell you. It's still in test mode. I'm on a test group. It is not ready for us to tell the masses. And if we do tell the masses, it will break down. So don't tell the masses. Use it for yourself. But I sent it over to Sasha last week, and she's like, oh my gosh. Because Sasha's one that's like, I don't know who I'm going to call today. So as soon as I sent this to her, she wakes up every single morning and she knows exactly who to call. It's called Penny. Penny, and it's Penny for direct sales. It's got a profile of a lady. It's purple. Get on it. Get on it tonight. It hooks up with your Instagram, your Facebook, and your back office. They are working with Isagenix, so it's an Isagenix app. At least it will be soon. You want to be on this. Every morning you wake up, it's going to tell you who to call. So you'll never have the experience again in your head, because it's all in your head, of who am I going to reach out to today? You pick up your phone, you look at your app, and your app's going to tell you. Great. Bam. Call. Don't think about it. The whole purpose in being a professional network marketer and really making it and being successful is not having to think. Having all of these tools at your disposal so you don't have to think. So now we have a new tool. We don't have to think about who we're going to call. It's called Penny. Yes, correct. Penny. You just get on that app, tells you who to call, gives you their contact information. You hit go. It brings up inactive team members. It brings up your current team members. It's going to, if it doesn't yet, it's still in beginning process. So it's going to grow and grow and grow and get bigger, but it's going to tell you all the people who have ever ordered BIA. So if you want to reach out and you want to like talk about BIA and do a promotion, it's going to tell you every single person that has ordered BIA, or it will tell you those that haven't ever ordered BIA. So you can call them all up and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've talked to you about the best next thing. You have got to try this. And by the way, if you want a sample, I can even send you a sample. It's $8.95 in shipping and handling. You're going to get 2 of these BIAs. You're going to fall in love and you're going to want to contact me. And then if you use the Isagenix app after that, Isagenix app, if you're paying for the pro version, allows you to send out the samples, and then it continues to give you this follow-up on, okay, your sample went out. Your sample should have been received. They should have taken your sample now. Send text 1, send text 1, text 2, text 3, text 4, and it gives you the words. All you do is grab it and how you're going to send it to them, if it's on text messenger or however you're going to send it to them. All of this information is there for you. Again, you don't have to think. You're just do the do. Okay, so that takes care of who are you going to reach out to. But here's the thing, guys. If you don't have Petty yet, or you're a little nervous, or because nervousness comes from change, and that's part of the routine that I was starting to talk about earlier, don't worry about that. We just got to get over it. You've just got to get over it. Think about your goals. Think about your visions. Think about the income. Think about the people's lives you want to change. Get over it. Really, really, truly have to. Once you get over it the first time, you'll have that feeling. I want to come back on your shoulder and I want to say, I told you, okay? And I want you to come back to me. And when that moment hits you, and I want you to just text me, say you were on my shoulder saying, I told you so. And I had a great conversation. All right, these are really, really important things that really will happen to you. You'll be like, oh, there she is. She's telling me I told you so. And she was right. Right? That felt so good. All right, I'm going to use Marisol as an example, if that's okay, Marisol. Aaron, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. All right, cool, good. So Marisol, my next topic. Marisol has gotten a little nervous about following up. And is it okay, Marisol, if I go in, share your story a little bit? Okay. Marisol was afraid of how people were going to react. She was nervous about how they would feel about her when she would follow up with them. So she did it, or she took a long time to follow up. So we had our conversation and like, we've got to get past it. And we talked about it and we went over details and we went through words and we did a couple different things. And then I texted her this morning. I'm like, so did you do it? And she's like, I did. I reached out to this person and this person. I'm like, how'd it feel? She's like, great. It wasn't weird at all. So here's what I want to say about follow-up. For one, we have to, right? The fortune is in the follow-up, and it really, truly is. We can't run a business without following up. That's not the type of business we have. If you are here and you're not following up with people, you won't have a business. We have to follow up. Right? Okay, so one of the examples, I was talking about my makeup. I have makeup I finally purchased. I have makeup that I've been wanting to use. I always get compliments whenever I wear it. I ran out. I met a girl who sells it. She's like, great, here's my website. I'm like, great. And then originally I needed to like give her my information and I just didn't do it, and I didn't do it, but she would follow up with me. I'm like, you're right, I need to. And she'd follow up, you haven't ordered yet. I'm like, I know, I really need to. There was no reason other than I need to. And I just hadn't done it yet. So then finally, I'm presenting, right? I know I need to have my really good makeup on. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna order. And she's like, great, here's my website, order. It took me a year, guys. That's silly, that's stupid. That's just like crazy. It's something I wanted. I kept being reminded from her to order. I wanted to order. I finally did when I had my need. But here's another example. and they're actually on our team, so I don't know if they'll listen to this later. But we have a girl who sells wine, and she sold me on her wine. She's like, "You've got to try this wine." And then she was buying product for me, and we were going to do, we were just kind of working together and so on. And she asked me maybe like 2 times, "Did you order your wine yet?" And I went to the website to order it, and they were out. So then I was going to go back and order a different time, and it never happened. Now she has stopped following up with me. Have I ordered the wine? Nope. And it was as simple as going to our website and ordering. So guys, it's super, super, super important. I am not offended at all that either one of them continued to follow up with me or didn't continue to follow up with me, right? I'm not offended whatsoever. But the fact is, the one that kept following up with me is the one I've ordered from. So we've got to follow up. We are not bugging people. Kimberly, your voice sits on my shoulder all the time for so many things. But in this particular case, Kimberly does a lot of cold marketing. She hasn't built a relationship with them when she meets them. So she's like, if they come to me and they tell me they're interested, I follow up that night. Because guys, if they're interested, they're going to buy from someone. I want them to buy from me, right? So if I don't follow up right away, they're already searching a different website to buy from. She has to follow up right away. Otherwise, that sale is gone. Now, if we have a relationship with someone, it might be a little bit different, but seriously, if they come to you, it's because they want it. If they send you a message, or if they ask you some questions, or if they even call you and they're like, I need more information, I want that, it's because they want it. Don't worry about them thinking you're weird by following up. They want the product. Send them your link. Ask them what questions. Well, first of all, let me share this. Find out, how do they want you to communicate you? Would they like a phone call to go over some details? Would they like your website to explain or to be able to order from? Or would they like a video to explain a little bit more? Would they just like to text and go back and forth? How do they want to communicate with you? And then you do it, and you do it right away. And you do it until they tell you, I'm either not interested or yes, let's make that order. That's how you follow up. We've got to like get ourselves in it. What? No reason to give anyone a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks to buy something. Because if they haven't bought it at that point, getting them to buy it is going to be really, really difficult. People, when they're looking for something to buy, they want to buy it. We've got to think like Amazon, right? When someone goes on to Amazon because they want something, and let's think of you, do you buy it right away? Do you put it in your saved cart? Or do you think about, do some research, think about. Think about your own buying habits, because it's the same thing that everybody else is going through. And all of those situations are going to occur, and they're all okay. But we have to be Amazon and follow up with them. All right, so did you want to purchase? Now, if you're using Isagenix Business and you send them a video, you're going to know when they watch the video. That's your moment. Hey, I just got notified that you had a chance to, or you may not want to say that. Actually, that's Big Brother. But hey, I wanted to check and see if you had a chance to watch the video yet. And did that answer your questions? Are you ready to purchase? Now, I was listening to one of our team calls last night, and there's a very interesting question that came up. So Carla does a lot of belly-to-belly meetings, and she meets with people. And one of her questions was, have you ever been hit, like punched from someone when you ask them, are you ready to start? And I thought that was very interesting. And Carla was just like, no. I ask them all the time, are you ready to start? How am I going to sell them a program or a product if I don't ask them, are you ready to start? So expect to ask that question. Hey, are you ready to place the order? Would you like me to place it for you? Send you a link that you just put in your own personal information, or do you want my website link? How would you like to place that order? All right, so here's an example of what I'm currently going through. And I really, really hope this sinks in. So when you just send someone a link, does anyone feel nervous that they're either not going to order the right thing, they're not going to order at all, or that you're being too pushy. Raise your hand if you experience any of that in your head. Okay. So as an executive, you guys have got to get to executive, but as an executive, the company gives us leads. Between January and February, I received 9 enrollments from the company over the 2-month span. What happened is, and I don't know all the details, I actually haven't asked them and I should, but they either saw an ad or they've used Isagenix before, or they were referred. They went to isagenix.com, they asked to place an order, they were given to me, because that's how the system works. When a referral comes in, it's given to an executive or above, and they place the order. The executive receives an email letting know, oh, a new customer referral enrollment just happened. Here's their information. We also get retail orders too, but we get enrollment. So on top of the 8 or 9 enrollments, I also get retail orders. So it's really, really cool. But each of those situations, all they did was go to the company website, they ordered, and in most of these cases, they ordered 30 days. I had a 30-day pack, some premium packs, a lot of 30-day packs because they really didn't see the difference. And then my job is to reach out to them and follow up. And I email and I text them, and usually right at the same time. 90% of them have been responding back. Now, I've had this before, and that didn't happen. So either I changed my wording, or they're just in this place, right? And the people that I'm getting, and I think it's everything above. I changed my wording, simple. I just stated, hi, my name is Stephanie Beebe. Congratulations on your Isagenix order. I have been assigned as your Isagenix coach. I want to make sure you have the best experience. Please contact me once you have a moment, and I'll answer any questions that you might have about your products. And they're responding. One of them has already ranked advanced to consultant. 3 of them are just about ready to. And the other ones are just very happy product users. And they've let me know that, and that's fine. They are all in our product group. Even the ones with the retail orders are all in our product group. And some of them comment, they're involved, and so on. So keep in mind, these people are just learning about it, clicking on a link, ordering their products, doing their products, not expecting to hear from me, and then all of a sudden I'm offering them community and support and someone to speak to, and they're all over it. They are so grateful and thankful, and they've got questions, and they're talking to me. It is a relationship. So even if you're reaching out to people in a cold way, follow up, offer your services, and I continue to follow up. I do my same service with them that I do with my best friends who are starting the product. They might actually get a little bit better service. And it's follow up, follow up, follow up. How are you doing? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. The relationships have happened quickly. But it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have followed up. If I would have just accepted them on my tree, they probably wouldn't reorder. Oh, and here's a really cool thing. Every single one of these people, 100% have been enrolling on auto ship. And they put a 30-day pack on their auto ship. So that is really, really cool. I'm not even talking to them about auto ship. I do talk to them about their reorders, and I talk to them about what they want in their next pack and so on. But they're doing it in the beginning before even meeting anyone. They're doing this on their own. There are so many people in our world that are looking, and they're searching, and they're wanting this, and they are getting the results. We just need to be the person in between to hold their hand and make sure that they're supported. So guys, they're out there. There's so many people. Think about it. How many executives are in the company? And if I've received 9 enrollments plus retail orders, how many customers are coming to the company on their own to purchase? So there's a lot of people in our world right now who are searching. So never, ever, ever think, I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone who wants this. There are so many people. We just have to keep our lights on. We have to let them know we're here. And then we've got to follow up quickly that day, that evening, the next morning. Don't go longer than that. Find out. Remember, the income producing activities, the biggest thing about it is your list. You want to cross people off your list because you enrolled them or they're just not interested. Get new people on all the time. Enroll, cross them off. Enroll, cross them off, get a new person. So, so important. All right, before I go on, questions, any comments? Okay, all right, next. Is anyone having trouble with what to say? When you first start speaking to them, after you start speaking to them, the following up. Is that preventing all the time? Thank you, Dr. Trish. Okay, because has it prevented you from calling people because you're not sure what to say? So you're not growing your business because you're not sure what to say. Okay, so this really is a continued work in progress. I'm going to tell you that the tools are all there, but the best thing to do is really you just got to do it, and you've got to do it. So Trish, can you unmute yourself real fast?
Go.
Thank you so much for speaking up. I was reading your lips.
I was going to say that's a talent too.
We have many, right? My first business was with Party Like Gifts. I did shows. So I would speak in front of 13 to 15 people, and I found ways to hear and understand every single person in the audience. Now, I can't do it as well now because I'm not practicing it. But at the time, and I was younger, but at the time, I literally could hear, I could read lips, and I would hear, even if they were in another room, I would hear the conversations because I needed to. I needed to know what they were saying so that I could get the order. Okay. I needed to hear it. So anyways, that's just a whole different topic. But all right, Trish. Okay, so you said all the time. So what are you experiencing? Where are you having some issues preventing you from moving on?
Okay, like today, Rich, one of the X-ray techs, he was looking and searching for protein bars. So I brought out my stash and I showed him to him all the different flavors, what we have, and that's all it went. I offered for a free, try one, taste it. Nothing happened.
Okay, all right, so let's run through that. So is he online or he's looking in the office?
He was on his phone scrolling and searching.
Looking for protein bars. Rick, you said?
Rich, yeah.
Rich. So Rich, I see you're looking for protein bars. Do you know that I have some of the best protein bars made?
That's kind of what I was saying.
Good, okay. And what did he say?
Well, and he just kept scrolling. He's making eye contact and everything, but I was like, yeah, Isagenix is the best. I go, it's a meal replacement, so it's properly balanced between fats, carbs, and proteins. It's everything that you need and want. And then he's like, oh, interesting.
Okay, so next step is, how about I order you a box? I'll order it through my account. Do you get free shipping?
Yeah.
I get free shipping. Let's order it. Try this box. You're going to love it. Let me know, and then we can take it from there. What flavor would you like?
Okay. So tomorrow I can do that with him.
You've got to just ask the direct question.
Okay.
Okay. So a couple other tricks when it comes to sales.
Okay, no question. Am I giving that box to him for free?
No, you're giving free shipping.
Okay.
No. And so here's what I would do. Even if I had one on me, if he was looking right at that moment, I don't think I would even offer him a free one. Because if I offered him a free one, I'm just delaying the process.
Okay.
Okay. So great. I'm so excited. You're like, are you ready to order? Why don't we just go to my site? I've got free delivery. Let's have you pick out the flavor that you like. You're going to fall in love with these. And if you want to order more, great. We'll take it from there. But I get 25% off and free delivery. So I'm saving you a ton of money by doing this, and you're going to love them. At that point, if he was like, well, what did he say? So he just didn't say anything, or what did
Well, he
he say?
said, how much are they? And I
Okay.
think I said they're about, usually it comes to an average of $3 a bar.
Right?
So,
And
and
how did he respond?
he's like, and
Okay.
that was it. No
Okay.
verbiage.
So $3 a bar, but our bars are a meal. So when you eat this, it's going to be your lunch or dinner, just so you know that.
Okay.
Okay, not
Add more
anymore.
value.
Just yeah, add a little value and real quick and fast. Okay, great. Should we order you a box? I get free shipping. You can use my account for right now. Should we get you a box? They come in a box of 10.
So try that tomorrow.
Yep. And shut up. Don't keep talking. Let him answer. And I would literally just sit there and look at him. Should we order that box? Make it uncomfortable. Am I making you guys uncomfortable right now?
A little.
Are you gonna order the freaking box?
Okay.
Make him uncomfortable. He wants to buy. He's trying to buy something. Have him buy yours.
Okay.
Good. Okay, great. You guys got another one? I love this stuff. Do you have another one?
I can't think of one.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Anyone else have another issue that's preventing you from asking for the sale, or preventing you from following up, or preventing you from building your business? Anything? I've got more stuff on my list, but I want to hear from you guys.
Steph.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, mine isn't prevented, but I'm just curious how you would word this. So I have a vendor event this weekend at True Fusion, that gym that you and Patsy went with me to, and it's the International Women's Day. So we're going to sample BIA and stuff like that. And I'll probably take down each person's information, but how would you sell it there when they're just sampling a product?
Yeah, so I've done this. The great thing is what you're doing is you already have a relationship with people there. So you already have trust, you have respect, and they know who you are. And you're going to be able to see them again in the future and so on. So I was at an outdoor vendor event. I had one opportunity, right? So you've got several opportunities, which is great. First of all, I would really set it up. And I know this gym, so get some BIA in the refrigerator, have it be there with all of the other energy drinks and protein drinks and all of that, so that it looks like it's just a regular can, which it is, right? We don't want to be weird about it. It's just a regular drink that every other company is trying to sell, but ours is the best. So make it look like that. Maybe even put a price tag on it so that, again, it looks just like if they were to go out to 7-Eleven and figure out what drink they want, they open the refrigerator, BIA is along with everything else. There's nothing weird about it. It's just the best stuff. So I would definitely set it up. I would make it super pretty. Get some kind of, I'm thinking in my head, what I had an ice bucket, a galvanized ice bucket. I put ice and some water and a bunch of BIAs in there, and it was super pretty. If you can go back to what Trudy Maples did, and she had a bunch of the pink flowers. Jackie actually did this too. And so you're just decorating it so they see pink, 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 or the citrus color, and they see that color everywhere. So again, they're visualizing this. And then of course you need to be drinking it. Now you're sampling it and you have it there. Do you have a couple cases? Are you able to sell on the spot, Sarah?
If I do, it would be my product. It wouldn't, like the gym wouldn't get the money for it. So yeah, I could.
Okay, great, excellent.
What would you do, like $4 a can? Just so you don't have to make, well then
you could do like a show special, because you got to decide, what is the gym going to sell it for? Are they selling it for $4 or $4.55? What are they going to sell it for? You could come in a tad bit less because it's a show sample. It's an opportunity for them to experience it. before it's just in the refrigerator. So, you know, the fear of missing out, something you're so great at. Fear of missing out. You want to buy it today because today I'm offering it for $1 cheaper than what it's going to be next week. So do you want to go ahead and get a can? Why don't you just get this can right now, drink it, let me know how you feel. You want to get a case? Great. I'm really limited, but if you buy this case from me today, or if you want to buy it, I'll ship you another case for free. No, or not for free, but no shipping. I'll do that as a special today because I'm here and this is a special event for the gym. So if you do that, you can avoid the gym's upcharge and get it yourself right now. So show them the value. Why do they want to buy it today? Cool. Okay, good. Anything else? I'm going to move on and keep giving you guys more stuff, but I want to counter anything you guys have. All right. Interrupt me if you do. All right. Is anyone having an issue with doing any of that consistently? So you're doing a lot of this, you're doing the you're doing your work, but you're not finding that you're doing it every day. Is anyone having that issue? Okay. So this is time blocking. Consistency, which by the way, we're having Jim Packard and George Campbell come back on for the consistency chain. They've got some new information that they want to pass out, but it's called time blocking. And so if you're not finding yourself doing what you need to do, you've got to put it on your calendar. And so I'm going to give you some examples of how I do it. And I've got to say, no matter what is happening in my life, Kimberly and I work from our beds all the time. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm just going to put it out there. But we work from our beds a lot, right? We haven't even gotten up, brushed teeth, brushed our hair. It doesn't matter. Nobody can see us for specific activities. And these are the activities that she and I do every single day without fail, which has also gotten us where we are because we do not fail in these areas. They are consistent, they are great, they are on my calendar, and I know this is what I have to do before I leave the house, or this is what I have to do before that next activity, because if I start something else, I won't do these, and these matter. So whatever it is, for me, I always have to say happy birthdays to people. I always post, and I post in all of my different areas. Bam, 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 bam. Do my posting, get that in, which I'll do multiples throughout the day, but I always do that first one every single time. I reach out and I give different people love, 20 minutes worth of love, 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 love. And then I've got to make some new friends. So whether I'm speaking to some new friends or I'm making new friends. But again, we can't have a list of the same people. We have to cross names off and add new people. Otherwise, a business does not build. And I just want to repeat that one more time. If you're constantly reaching out to the same people and they haven't said yes yet, they're probably not going to, or it's not going to be anytime soon. They're taking and sucking your time away from reaching out to new people. It is imperative that we reach out to new people every day. So if you're doing the consistency chain, it's 2 reach outs a day. Reach out to 2 new people and offer them an opportunity to look at the product or the business. Offer them an opportunity to receive a sample. Feel free to have them pay the shipping and handling. You don't have to take the cost for everything. Offer an opportunity for someone to know what we have to offer. So if you're finding those people through the Penny app, or if you're watching people and their posts and they're making comments, or you're just flipping through your phone, or you're going through your inactive team members, or whoever those people are going to be. But don't use the same list of people, because one, you're just going to bug them and they haven't ordered yet. They're just taking your life out of you. They're stopping you from building your business. So those are the things I absolutely have to do. Kimberly does all of those things, plus she does her sponsored ads every single morning. She acknowledges 2 sponsored ads every morning and makes a comment. Ding, ding, and then she waits for the people to respond, and then she starts responding to them. Kimberly, do you do anything else? Is there anything else that you absolutely do every single morning?
Well, I go into the product page and love on the top 10 postings, and then I do my post, because even a comment under someone else's post notifies everyone that you put in the product page to go back in there. So you're remarketing them, pulling them back into your product page. And then I do, I do my 2 sponsored ads, and then I'm following up with people, and then I'm spending a lot of time, like if you haven't created a Facebook group of your own for lead gen, you need to. Sometimes it takes a year to develop. It just depends.
What
But
she's
I
referring to,
have,
guys, is not a team product page. She's referring to like a specific group of people.
like
So
an interest, like a interest page. If you have a dachshund, maybe you have a dachshund dog group, or I have a group for a health affliction I have, but you could do an interest or something. It's a lead gen page. So you're getting a group going, because they can't kick you out of your own group, right, Steph?
so if you're a mom, we've got a decent amount of you who have small children. Form a mom's group or get highly involved in another person's mom's group. Or if you love dogs or horses or an animal, form your own. Find people with those common interests and bring them in. And you can ask questions. So, you guys have seen a lot of the questions that I'm asking on our product page. Most of them are done so that I have the ability to follow up in a way that relates back to our product or our business. But some of them are just get to know me questions. But if you'll notice, some of those questions have been, are you married? How long have you been married? Do you have children? What ages are your children? Do you work? What are you passionate about? Do you exercise? What exercise do you do? They're all specific questions that I can revert back to. And by the way, I know you love this. Have you ever tried this product? Or have you ever tried adding this? Or I know you have 3 children. Do they do the shakes? Or I know you've been married for so many years. Do you and your spouse do this together? So you can ask specific questions in those groups that you can then take that information and offer them something of value, which is your business. But it's conversations. And they get to know you and like you and trust you. So those are the things that Kimberly and I do every single day without fail. And so time block it. So if you're limited, you're doing this on a very part-time basis, then maybe you spend 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. If you have a little bit more time, maybe make it 20 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 20 minutes. All of my things are timed. I set a timer, and when my timer goes off, I'm done. And I move on to my next thing, because I've got to do each of those things in order to build the business. Because as we know, people can easily get sucked into Facebook and they scroll, 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 right? Time yourself, and no more than 20 minutes. And I'm here full time. I do no more than 20 minutes. I try to do 20 minutes in the morning, afternoon, and evening. And just give it that time. If you're part-time, maybe you just do 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, or maybe you just do 15 minutes in the morning. Figure out your pattern and figure out your routine that you can stick with. But you've got to become consistent with that. And you've got to find your consistent behaviors. And if your behaviors, take a look at your behaviors. Behaviors cannot just be relationship building and marketing. They've got to be income producing. And if you're not finding that you're not doing any one of those things, then we need to chat. We need to find out what's blocking you. And it can be something that might be really, really, really major and really making a huge difference to you not moving on. That could possibly be a phone call. It could possibly just be a conversation. Marisol, I want to bring you back on. Are you able to talk, Marisol? All right, if Marisol, if you can, come back on. So with Marisol, it was a really big hurdle of doing the follow-ups. And she would do it, but it was taking a week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks to make those phone calls because she was so nervous about what people might think of her. I shared my stories of my buying habits, and she's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. So she started following up right away. And now Erin's telling me that she's just constantly talking to people right now, and things are moving and it's happening because she's in the do. And guys, we just had our phone call, Monday, and then she had yesterday to do her follow-ups, and here she is today. So if there's a block somewhere, we just need to talk about it, figure it out, put you in the right place so that you can get past it. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about being vulnerable. Don't worry about, well, I really have my own issues. And sometimes people are afraid that people will say yes. Sometimes people are afraid of success. If that is a concern, just say it. Let's figure out a way past it. Because if you were in a business, in a storefront, think of yourself, everyone visualize. Erin, can I use your business? Okay, let's think of Aaron in the restaurant. You see him, he's there right now. He's there all the time. Aaron has a Mexican restaurant, all right? If Aaron decides that he's struggling with opening the door or wanting to go or wanting to walk through or wanting to prepare any more Mexican food today, it happens, right? Do you go through some of those struggles on a regular basis in your head?
Like every day.
Right, okay. But what happens if you follow through on that and you don't?
Yeah. I just have to go through it. There's no choice. I just have to go through it.
Right, right. Now, I know you are having some internal struggles with doing all of that stuff. And it's different than what we do because you feel stuck. Right? We don't feel stuck here. We have the opportunity to blossom and to really build. But if you had the opportunity in your restaurant and you were back in the beginning when things were exciting and you just opened the restaurant and all that happened and you had those thoughts and you didn't go in, your business wouldn't build. And you'd be like, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm making a difference. Right? You get yourself through the door. You open that door. You turn on the lights. You do everything you can. Tap your shoulders. Do everything you can to get those lights on so the customers come through, right?
Yes.
Same thing here, guys. It's exact same thing, except nobody is forcing you. But guys, nobody's forcing Aaron either, other than his own personal, family, financial, all of that. There's no boss telling Aaron, you've got to open that door. It's the same thing like what we have here. Our families pushing us internally, our paychecks, our bank account, the desire and the need to help people. That's what we have to find. And if you don't have it, we've got to find it, but find it. And if you can't find it, ask us. We'll help you find it. But we have to. That's what drives us every single day. Kimberly is so driven right now. She's taken her 90 days so seriously, and she works like crazy. But her drive right now is her horse is costing her a lot of money. So she's got to drive because she wants to keep her horse. She wants to keep Daniel. And if she can't bring in the money, she can't keep Daniel. And so that really, truly is her drive. I don't even want to talk about your whys right now because whys really do change. But you've got to have that internal why of why will I force myself to pick up the phone when I don't want to? You've got to find it. And if you don't have it, we'll help you find it. But speak up. All right. So that's my soapbox for tonight because I've gone through it. I understand it. I feel it. I know how it works, but I have my drive because if I don't get up, for one, I'm going to get fat and lazy. But if I don't get up, I'm not going to be able to help people. I'm not going to be able to help you. I'm not going to be able to help the other people that make a difference. Then my husband's going to get mad because our money's gone. So I've got to do it. I have to. Whether I want to or not, I have to. But that first phone call I make, Aaron, the first customer that comes in for you, especially on one of those bad days, what happens? Do
I
they
just
make you
kinda-
happy?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Great. Someone appreciated you. They appreciated the food you made. They appreciated being there. It's in every business. Every business has this. Every business owner has it. We just have to find our way through it. All right, I want to open it up, see if you guys have any questions, any comments. Was this helpful?
Stephanie, I thought it was very helpful. I love your energy tonight. You're on fire.
Woo! I love it. I got to keep it going. So hopefully the next few training sessions will do this, because at University in Action, my job is to bring the energy. The whole reason I'm there. And I told my kids, I'm like, I think this is so great. I'm going to take an extra minute of your time. I'm sorry. But I'm like, my job is when I clap, they clap. When I raise my hands, they raise their hands. When I start screaming, they start screaming. That's my job. I'm like, what do you think, guys? Am I going to be able to do it? Like, yes, Mama, you can do that.
Woohoo!
I'm like, that's my job. All right, I got it.
You will be amazing, honey. You'll do amazing.
I got all my outfits figured out. I'm not a shoe person, and I have some of the coolest shoes, because how often are we sitting in the audience and we look at the person's shoes and we're like, whoa, those are some cool shoes. So I got some cool shoes.
You got. Hey, that's awesome.
I have 5 outfits. I only need 3, but I've got some really cool shoes.
Back up.
Just in case. Just in case. It was all about their shoes. I've now become a shoe person. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate your attention, your time, as always. Very, very important for all of us to be together and to go through things and know that we are here, and we are here to make that difference. So if that ever happens, put Kimberly and Patsy and I on your shoulders, and then just reach out and say, you're on my shoulder right now, and if we need to talk to you, we're going to be there. We all need each other. We have to. We've got to push each other through these times, because there is nothing like this business. Truly, there is nothing like these opportunities, what we do for people, what they receive, and what we receive in return. So never, ever, ever think that you want to leave this, or it doesn't matter, or it's not enough. All we need to do is change our habits and our beliefs, go into action, and really, truly, all the things that you keep hearing people receiving and doing, it just really is.
That was awesome, Steph. You got my fires lit. I'm doing follow-ups till 3 a.m.
Do get some sleep though, Kimberly. But that's how passionate she is, guys. She is working from 6:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Because that's her fire right now, and she has it. And so she knows it, and she's taking advantage of it. It's not what everyone needs to do or what you have to do to succeed, but that's what Kimberly has, and she wants it, and she's like, that's it.
It's not every night either. And I do rest, and it's only for 3 months, those hours.
Right?
So if you just push it, because these 3 months are huge.
And then you go to Vegas.
And then it's then I got to take my 13-year-old to Las Vegas.
All right. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. Go reach out to 2 people right now. Just reach out. Reach out, say hi, and find out if you can help them with our product or our business opportunity. Really, truly. Love you guys.
You rock, honey. Love you.